Warning, the following content in this lesson may not be suitable for viewers underneath the age of 17.
I have to put a warning label now.
You don't even have to put a warning label. It's just for this one lesson where it got kind of
I know,
explicit.
but for this one I have to put a warning label. Like, this is rated T for teen, whatever. Actually looks like the Windows Phone. Okay.
Buenos dias and welcome to Marriage and Family. You just heard our theme song composed by me.
Edited by yours truly.
Thank you. And animated by Julian Truly.
Wow.
Julian. Alright, guys.
You guys have a lot. We have a lot to catch up with. This is ridiculous.
There's going to be like several episodes. I'm going to be like uploading 5 episodes at a time because we didn't do the podcast, so this is going to be our version
of the recap.
So we're sorry for all of those that, had faithfully downloaded our podcast and have been listening to them because, they're portable and they're free. Besides that point, sorry to disappoint you all, but, try to download the video even if you want to.
So now we're going to be discussing lesson 3.
Lesson 3, which was the sex trap. No, we actually did
the sex trap.
We did the
recap.
We didn't do a recap. So
we didn't do the recap for
this. This is actually going to be the recap for
the last episode, the last podcast.
Which is episode 3, the sex trap. So, guys,
oh yeah, this was a very close lesson, as in intimate.
Okay, so we had the different types of stages of relationships. You had the friendship dating, which included looking at interest at each other, getting the acquainted period, intimate talking and fellowship, friendship hug or a meaningful touch. His next set is serious dating, which included the desire for physical touch, side by side hand holding to symbolize togetherness. The touch that draws together.
Now explain what that touch is. The touch that draws together for some people that don't know, because some people think we're one. It's like we're like brothers.
Or the complete opposite. As like the touch that draws together is not the touch. Let's see how to put this.
Dude, we already had a warning label. Just say it.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to like. The touch that draws together, to put it bluntly, is not sex. It's just not.
No, it's not.
Okay. Let me.
Although that does draw people together, but under false pretenses.
For the wrong reasons
you're
as well.
You're only drawn together for physical reasons, and that's not the best way to draw into somebody. First of all.
We'll have to explain more about that. Well, we already explained more about that in our past lessons and in our podcast. But definitely check the links below.
Yeah, it's in the description below because I can't. YouTube doesn't let me tag in the video to links outside of YouTube, so it's in the description.
Click right here to subscribe, like right here, Julian. Just put it right there.
Yeah, there's gonna be a button that says subscribe, and then you can click that.
Put it right up in
or
there.
For all you guys who were on YouTube back in the day when it was like that.
Dude.
Anyway.
So the touch that draws together. Next comes touching that draws the couple together. Usually an arm around the shoulder comes first, moving the hand down the body to the waist level symbolizes a more intimate relationship. This, once again, is not sex, it's just moving your hand from holding hands to like around the shoulder and like around the waist or whatever.
Oh, and one small point about the thing about touching that I've noticed that some guys spend a lot of too much time thinking about. It's like, where should I put my hand? Should I put my hand up here? Up top is like friend, like down all the way below just makes it seem like I'm a pervert, like I'm just trying to grab her butt or whatever, and then it's like the middle's kind of weird. But that's why we have relationships. If you know the person long enough and stuff like that, then eventually they won't mind. But if it's like the first date, you're over there trying to grab her butt, dude, no, just stop.
If that girl respects herself, you will never have a date with her again.
Nope. Alright.
And if you're dating her, if she's dating you for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Continuing underneath the serious dating, the friendship kiss.
Oh.
Anyways, touching in ways not necessarily sexual. Gentlemen, engagement is the second type of dating.
Well-
Intimate kissing, extended
Dude.
embracing, talking about sexual expectations within marriage.
Wait, Julian, can we kind of explain engagement just a little bit as kind of like a pretense to the thing we're going to be talking about in
Basically, it's between serious dating and marriage. So it's that point. where you get to-
And engagement is not just that period to say to everyone you're going to be getting married. Engagement is that period when you are to iron out the rest of the issues in the relationships, the unresolved past pains and things that can hinder your relationship from growing or that could stop you from having a lifelong commitment with that one person.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that when we get to the engagement lesson, which is in like 2 lessons.
Yeah.
Also, just a word of advice for guys: please don't do your proposal in public because everybody has a camera, and if the girl says no,
Dang.
That's going on YouTube
You-
and getting
you-
about 1,000,000 hits.
yeah. I mean, I've spent some fun times with some of my friends watching engagement fails, proposal fails. I feel bad for all of them, but they're kind of funny as well. So. Do it in
Truthful.
private, then maybe you can do like a public thing and surprise.
And if you want to do it for camera, then do it public. But it always depends on taking the time to actually work on your relationship, because, like in the lesson, in the next few lessons we'll be talking about, females have emotional needs that have to be met because they're not like us guys. They think different. They act different. Shoot, they look different, and so you have to take time to nurture the relationship to make sure that it's healthy, it's vibrant, and so that way when you do propose, she'll be ready for you to say yes.
Yeah. So, marriage. Prolonged French kissing, kissing of the neck, giving hickeys. Touching clothed parts of the body, including thighs, buttocks, breasts, and genitals. Foreplay. Fondling sexual organs, genitals, and breasts. And then
Dude.
finally, sexual intercourse.
Dude, I think you kind of skipped the context in which those last
Oh, those
7.
those were
things are-
marriage.
Those are
That's for
underneath marriage.
That is only marriage. I did say that. I'm just gonna put it up and bold up there. Hopefully I remember.
Marriage.
You're gonna remember it if you watch
So
yourself
just-
say it.
Just
After Effects. I can't be listening to myself for 8 minutes.
all right. So next we have. So that was basically that. Oh, also there was. This is very important. How to break up and remain friends.
Yes.
Because a lot of people, another thing is kind of keep your relationship, private, because it's, between that person and that person. You don't need to put every single detail of every single moment of your lives on Facebook. You really don't. But anyway, so
Fix that
in the
later.
case that you break up, because
It does happen
it's gonna
sometimes.
happen, unless you just not date anybody, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Or you date one person for the rest of your life.
This is why we have
Yeah, I mean,
editing
if you want to
software.
save yourself the heartbreak of not breaking up with somebody, but you still want to get married, I don't know. All right.
So
You
basically-
can't win if
How-
you don't try to play the dating game. Was basically what we're saying.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So.
All right. Our last thing before I end this video is going to be how to break up without getting broken to pieces. One.
Listen carefully, because too many people break up the wrong way, and it just no, son, no.
1. Do not lead a friend on when you want out. Do not.
Don't lead on people in general, but especially. Yeah. So, basically, you don't want to lead. You don't want to lead on somebody, because you're deceiving them. You're lying to them. You're like. You're thinking in your head, I want out of this relationship, but outside, you're basically just not doing anything. You're doing more than you feel like you should be doing. And it's not good for her. It's not good for you. It's not good for him. It's not good for you. It doesn't. Next.
All right. Be sensitive to the timing of the breakup. Don't do it when their grandma just died or someone close to them.
Or when their mother just perished.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have, those times when it's like every single bad thing is happening in a person's life and you cannot, like, it's so weird.
It's like you don't feel like you can stand them any longer.
No, well, it's not necessarily that. It's just like, you have those awkward situations where, like, you can see the relationship going downhill, and so you're like, okay, well, we need to kind of save this relationship. So basically, you're like, okay, we need to break up. But then at the same time, like the next day, her dog gets run over. The next day, her grandma died. The next day, his uncle gets cancer or something like that. And it's just like one thing, bad thing after another, and you get blamed.
That's really the time when you want to be there for the person.
But you've already broken up with them, and then.
Alright.
Anyway. Don't say too much. Number 3. Don't say too much.
Number 4. Give I messages, not you messages. Don't say it was your fault why we're breaking up. Just don't.
You're horrible. All you ever do is.
Oh,
I tried to, but you never.
It's not me. It's you. No, don't do that. Break up face to face. Do not do it over text. Don't do it over Facebook.
Don't do it over iMessage.
Do not do it over Instagram. Do not go
Don't
and
do it over
change your
Instagram.
marital status or your dating relationship status to
Without
single
telling them.
before telling them. Or you take a picture, take an Instagram picture with a whole other person, say, I'm with the bae. And then and the person just goes, but I thought I was the bae. Don't.
That has a whole nother issue Julie just described, but always break up in person unless, whatever
At
the
least Skype, FaceTime, Ubu, something like that.
or make a phone call. Dang.
Yeah, don't text.
No,
Hey,
no
break up
texting.
too. Bye. Alright,
If you're not good at that stuff, like write out an email
Practice.
or something like, that you can explain and like, get out what you have to say without actually having to physically say it, I guess. And then, save it as a draft, look at it the next day, and decide if this was like harsh, because I've done that before. Told somebody off, that was not fun. Worded it like this.
Heartbreaker right here.
It was.
I have nothing
something
to say with this concept. We really have to end this thing because YouTube doesn't let me go past 15 minutes.
Alright, be thoughtful.
Be thoughtful. After breaking up, do not spread gossip and cast blame in order to justify. When you and your ex meet, just be natural.
Act natural. Wow, that's a very nice skylight.
Oh my goodness, look at the time.
Pray that the other person will continue to know God's love. And that was the last one. So, guys, remember to like, subscribe, so you can get more videos about this, more advice and whatever.
And pray about everything you hear.
So.
Hit the button.
Hit the button.
Hit the button. Hit the button.